On March 11, 2023, around 3 a.m., a trooper spotted a Dodge Charger and Tesla Model 3 street racing on I-20 in Atlanta, slowing down side by side, then punching it through traffic at over 140 miles per hour. As the trooper closed in, radar clocked the Charger at 167 miles per hour before it exited onto Capitol Avenue, while the Tesla cut across the gore and fled back onto the interstate. After the pit, the Tesla slid backward, first slamming into the front of the trooper's vehicle, then smashing its rear into the concrete median. The car was disabled right in the middle of the interstate. The driver, Joseph Smith, showed signs of alcohol use and agreed to a blood test at the hospital. He was held for possible neck injuries before being released. Warrants were issued shortly after. His passengers were detained, searched, and later released without charges. On July 18, 2024, Trooper A. Cass stopped a black sedan going 77 in a 60. The driver claimed she was rushing her child to the doctor but had no license, registration, or insurance, and gave the name Becca Smith. Moments later, she hit the gas and took off, running red lights and blowing through stop signs at nearly 90 miles per hour.
Now you gotta keep getting those speeds and traffic. Going south on 430, south on 430. Traffic light, D60. So if you get a chance, we go on and do the GDI. Go ahead and hit it.
The chase moved onto Interstate 430 South, where speeds reached 120 miles per hour. With no signs of stopping, the trooper performed a brutal pit. The car smashed into a guardrail and flipped violently into the median. The impact was violent. The driver was brutally ejected from the car and thrown into the median. Officers rendered aid immediately, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. On December 7th, 2024, during a street takeover in Orange County, Florida, troopers boxed in the area. That's when Elias Yaris Burgos, driving white Honda Accord, jumped the sidewalk and tried slipping past police. Instead of stopping, he took off onto Lee Vista Boulevard, and chase was on. The trooper hit Elias with a hard pit maneuver. The Honda spun out across the road, but Elias somehow kept control, recovered, and floored it again. This time the pit was brutal, and the car flipped onto its side, finally ending the chase. No serious injuries were reported. Elias Yeris Burgos, 21, was arrested at the scene. He was charged with felony fleeing to elude and cited for the street takeover, charges that could get him up to 5 years in prison. On September 15, 2024, around 4:25 a.m., Trooper Kenneth Ray was patrolling Gandy Bridge in Pinellas County when he spotted a car speeding and swerving across lanes. He moved in to make a traffic stop, but the driver had no plans of pulling over.
We're about halfway down.
Near the bridge, Trooper Ray used a pit maneuver that slammed the car into the guardrail, sparks flying as metal scraped across concrete. Right after the crash, the passenger threw something out of the vehicle. Officers recovered it shortly after and confirmed it was drugs. The female driver and male passenger were both taken into custody. With drug charges and felony fleeing on the table, they're both now facing serious time behind bars. Sarah E. Bates stole a vehicle from a Walmart parking lot in Pocahontas. Security footage helped police quickly identify her, and she was believed to be under the influence. An off-duty officer spotted the stolen car near a liquor store on Highway 63. When a trooper pulled Bates over moments later, she hit the gas, blowing through a red light and hitting 115 miles per hour in a 60 zone.
Run the red light here, one is taking off. It's 1037 northbound on 63. 810. Joe, we'll see 4 is correct. 4 is for the red. Stop the car.
31 John's for 14-4. 10-4. Bridge. Okay, I'm leaving off this I'll try to keep that video right here. They may northbound passenger 67. What's your speed and traffic?
The 113 light traffic.
Simple.
Don't crash out. Pull the car over, girl. I doubt she's armed. I don't figure she is. I don't want to tear this little boy's car up. Sarah, pull the car over. Stop the car, Sarah. Sarah, just stop the car. Pull over so you don't get hurt, Sarah. Just stop the car.
The trooper performed a pit, sending the stolen car into a ditch. Bates tried to drive out, but the trooper blocked her in with his push bumper, ending the chase. She showed signs of drug impairment and now faces charges including vehicle theft, fleeing, DWI, second, reckless driving, and more. She's looking at serious jail time. On October 10th, 2024, Javon Querns stole a white Chevy Colorado and fled when a Creek County deputy tried to stop him. The truck had dash cams inside and out, and for the first time on this channel, we've got footage showing exactly what happens inside the car during a high-speed pit.
Good.
Eastbound 215 on secondary call.
Listen. Coach G15. Is it ours or is Creek County chasing it? She's coming.
Stand by while we patch.
Also let me know if they take the creek.
Stand by while we patch.
DVI.
Trooper Walbridge hit him with a clean pit, flipping the stolen Chevy onto its side. Inside cam shows Javon's wild reaction as the world turned sideways. Javon was arrested at the scene and taken to the Creek County Jail. What started as a stolen truck joyride ended with a pit, handcuffs, and a long list of charges waiting for him. On April 20th, 2024, around 8:30 p.m., officers spotted a red Ford Fusion on I-40 with tags registered to a white Land Rover. They tried to pull it over, but the driver had other plans. She took off at over 120 miles per hour with a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old in the back seat.
Westbound
going slowly.
And no send state message until north of 202.
Hurricane 302.
TBI, TBI, TBI.
TBI
211, 211.
211.
Still going, still going.
Still going.
211 westbound, still going. 210 is speed limit.
So, are we blocking or TBI?
And so they're waiting at the 202.
TBI unsuccessful.
We can try TBI.
TBI.
Speed's 117. We're at the 209.
209, speed 117.
We're up to 120.
120.
Near mile marker 209, officers finally landed a clean hit. The third PI disabled the fusion and brought the pursuit to an end. The driver was identified as Jaleisha Muldrew. In the passenger seat, her boyfriend Cordero Lowe, and in the back, a baby and a toddler. Both children were released to their grandmother after DHS was notified. Jaleisha was charged with felony fleeing, 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor, fictitious tags and stickers, no insurance, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended license. And it all happened at 120 miles per hour, with her own kids along for the ride. On January 25, 2024, Florida Highway Patrol tried to stop a Chevy Silverado with 3 men inside: Vincent Barbosa, Julian Montz, and Tremaine Reed. The stop was meant to investigate Barbosa for suspected drug possession, but instead the truck took off down the turnpike at high speed. Troopers performed a pit maneuver, ending the chase before things got worse. The driver, Vincent Barbosa, was already on felony probation. During the chase, he and his 2 passengers, Julian Montz and Tremaine Reed, tossed out a bag containing cocaine and 3 firearms. All 3 were arrested and denied bond. Reed, an 8-time felon, now faces gun and ammo charges. Montz is charged with resisting arrest, battery on an officer, and aggravated fleeing. None of them are walking free anytime soon. On February 26, 2024, Takesa Moss stole items from Super One Foods and fled in a gray Volkswagen. Troopers spotted her on Interstate 30, where she hit speeds up to 131 miles per hour, swerving through traffic and ignoring all lights and sirens. The chase continued off the interstate at the 12-mile marker. Moss ran a stop sign and turned onto U.S. Highway 67, still driving erratically. That's when Corporal Glendon Flowers took over the pursuit. The car flew into a ditch and overturned, landing on its roof. Takesa Moss crawled out of the back passenger door and surrendered. After being cleared at the hospital, Moss was arrested by Texarkana police and charged with felony fleeing. Her car was totaled, she landed in jail, and you have to ask, was all that food she stole really worth it? On March 21, 2024, in Orange County, a white Dodge Charger caught Trooper Sess's eye. No rear plate, and the front tag came back to a red Chrysler. When he tried to stop the car, the driver ran a red light and took off. After the driver refused to stop, the officer used a pit maneuver that sent the Charger off the road and into a patch of small trees. Both the patrol car and the suspect's vehicle crashed into the brush, ending the chase. The fake tag wasn't enough. Now the suspect gave officers a fake name too. After being pulled from the wreck and arrested, a fingerprint scan revealed who he really was. Turns out he was already on felony probation and now faces charges for fleeing, false ID, no license, and probation violation. It was just after 1 a.m. when a Florida trooper spotted a Toyota Supra tearing across the Gandy Bridge at 93 miles per hour. Built for speed, the Supra is a street racer's dream, but that night it wasn't outrunning anyone. It was heading straight for a crash, a fire, and a pair of handcuffs. At the far end of the bridge, the trooper moved in and hit him with a PIT. The Supra spun out, slid onto the shoulder, and slammed into a light pole. Seconds later, the car caught fire. Flames lit up the night as the trooper moved in and got both the driver and passenger out before things got worse. The driver, 31-year-old Brandon Ramnarine of Tampa, was taken into custody. He and his 32-year-old passenger were both hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries.